Long gone are the days where most of us who are sales leaders at the age of 45 and older, which is my age, where we sat down in a cube and we plugged in the little Y connector. Hopefully you all remember that. Where we sat down and we listened to somebody else's phone call, or our sales manager listened into our call. They're gone. The Y connector, I don't even know if you could buy today, but that Y connector is completely gone. However, there are many other tools and technologies that are out there that allow you to listen in on calls, live or post-recorded, that give you the same exact effect. So utilize that technology to be able to drive what I'm going to call the OGC effect. And the OGC effect is really looking at how do we take some of this technology, record those calls, put it onto on-demand so that both the rep and the manager can listen back to this particular call. And what we propose and what we teach is really taking that leader and having you work on coaching for 60 minutes per week per rep, at least 60 minutes per week per rep, which is, if you have a team of 5, that's about 5 hours. A team of 7, it's about 7 hours worth of time that you're putting into helping them get better. And utilizing these platforms, you can listen in on that on demand at 1.5x the speed, allow them to listen in and see what they did well. Furthermore, what's even better is that now you can ask your sales team to listen into other people's calls. And what this allows your selling team to do is to learn as a group. Now you don't just have one person connecting into the Y connector, you've got an entire team that is growing and helping each other grow. And what we see happening in our own organization today is that other sellers are listening to each other's calls, and they are giving feedback on what they did well, what they didn't do well, what they may have missed. And as part of that coaching process to raise the entire group up. And at the end, the C for the OGC is you got to coach. And how do you coach? You utilize these technologies to make sure that you're inspecting what it is that you expect. And that is the only way that you are going to be able to succeed in a completely virtual environment where you have no idea what your seller is saying or doing while they're at their home desk and you are at yours. We've got to listen in and be able to take this. And if I were to prioritize this element of my job as a sales leader, it is the highest priority, is to coach our salespeople up on the skills. And then ask them at the end of the call, what are you going to send them? What do you have in mind? Those are some of the best coaching calls that I have seen, because now we can get to the value from that PVC. We can understand what value we're going to bring that buyer based upon all the different trigger events. So listen in on demand. Get your sales team raising the bar and listening to each other, and provide that one-on-one coaching and make it a habit. Do not forget to coach a minimum of 1 hour per week per rep to their specific calls. And I'm not talking about deals. I'm talking about listening in to their prospecting calls and or their outreach. I personally, as CEO of Ingresso, I personally go into our HubSpot CRM and I personally listen to the voicemails that our sellers are leaving to buyers every week. And I provide feedback to these sellers, because prospecting, as you said just a few minutes ago, 70+% of you, 73% said getting the first conversation is single-handedly the hardest thing for a seller today. So we must be looking at how to help our sellers raise the bar. And for that matter, most of us need can provide that great coaching as well back to our seller because of our experience.